Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just to clear things up, I am filming this on the floor of my hotel room in Italy. This video comes off the back of a lot of questions on my Instagram page. Basically, long story short, I am in Europe at the moment, but a few weeks before I left to Europe / Miami, I just did swim week, I started training. I started eating a little bit differently, and basically my body changed, and I showed that on my Instagram page, and I've had a lot of questions since about how. So I'm gonna tell you. And I think a lot of people are going to be a bit disappointed with my responses because I feel like a lot of people are expecting some sort of big secret on how my body changed, and that's never the case. So just to get that out of the way now, it requires consistency, it requires dedication, and it requires willpower and hard work. That's all it's ever gonna be. There's no quick fix to living a healthier lifestyle there's literally no quick fix. So there you go. Got that out of the way. If you're not prepared to take those steps and you just want some sort of like secret method on how to, get healthier and get fitter, you might as well just exit the video now. I just want to make it very clear that this is my own journey and this is what I did and what worked for me. And a lot of this could even come down to genetics. So don't take this and run with it and go, oh, Jade said to do this and Jade said to do that. Just take everything with a grain of salt. But basically, I started my new lifestyle about 6 weeks before I left to Miami, where I was doing swim week. So obviously that was a bit of inspiration for me, walking down a catwalk in a bikini. It was something that I had been wanting to do for a while. So what I did in a nutshell was I worked out consistently, not necessarily vigorously, but consistently. Pretty much every day I did something, and I changed my eating habits enough so that my body felt kind of a shock to the system. So I don't eat, or I didn't eat very well at home. I put whatever I want in my body, and I don't really think about how that's going to affect me. I was eating a lot of junk. I wasn't thinking about what I was putting into my body. I wasn't thinking about how that would affect my body, and I was drinking a lot more than I am now too. I had been kind of doing that consistently for the past couple of years, and my body definitely changed in that time. I got a bit softer around the edges. Not a big deal. I still loved my body, and I say that wholeheartedly. Like I don't hate myself when I've put a bit of weight on, I don't hate myself when I've got more cellulite or when things aren't toned. Like I think my body is really beautiful all the time, and I really appreciate it. But basically my health was taking a toll. I've got lower back issues that play up pretty frequently if I don't stay fit. So that was getting really aggravated. The drinking I found was taking a really big toll on my emotional health and my mental health. So I found that I was really sad in the middle of the week for no reason. I was crying a lot, and I just kind of got used to it, which is a bit unfortunate, but I wasn't really aware of just how much that was affecting my body negatively. The unhealthy foods, like not exercising ever, going out and drinking on the weekends a lot, excessively drinking, was all affecting my body and my emotional and mental state quite negatively. So that is a lot of the reason why I decided to up and change my lifestyle. It wasn't the fact that I didn't like my body. Obviously it feels better to be able to move your body more actively and not be puffed out when you're walking upstairs, and not be scared to go on a hike because you can't do it properly, and those little things also inspired me to change, but it wasn't because of the way I looked. I just want to make that clear. I changed my eating habits, and basically what I did was not super drastic, but I did cut out a lot of the junk that I was eating. However, I was also still eating a lot of the stuff that I loved. So I didn't cut out, you know, burgers completely out of my diet. I actually still had them like maybe 3 times a week. I still had massive Lebanese feeds, and I still ate chocolate and ice cream and lollies, and I had all that food that I loved. The thing is, instead of eating those meals for every meal of the day, I only had them once. Or I'd have a big breakfast and a really small lunch and a big dinner. So in a nutshell, I was eating less calories. I don't want to talk about calories and kilojoules, and I don't want to get into it because I wasn't counting calories, I wasn't counting kilojoules, but I was being mindful of what I was putting into my body. It's really hard to talk about this topic without being able to regurgitate all of the knowledge that someone like my boyfriend Lockie can. So he's actually spoken about this on his YouTube channel. I think YouTube. Yeah, he has. So I will direct you to his video where you can listen to all of this about calorie deficit. Well, I don't want to talk about it. It's not my thing. So I will put a link in below. You can listen to all of that stuff on his channel. He's good with that, okay? I was in a deficit from what I was eating prior. So I was eating less than I had been, basically. I know my body now after years of dieting and working out, and I know what works for me and I know what doesn't work for me, and basically in the past I've done things in an unhealthy way, and this was the first time where I didn't go drastically to one end or drastically to the other. I found a happy medium. I am eating foods that I love. I'm still being mindful of what I'm putting into my body. I'm not just grabbing this and grabbing that, although I have been in Europe, but we can talk about that later. Back at home, I was still, you know, having my dessert and having that burger and having the fries. Like, I just knew that if I had a big bowl of fries for dinner, I wasn't going to have the big bowl of fries and then also have the chicken schnitzel and then also have the chocolate that night. I'd, you know, pick one here and there, and throughout the week I'd have things at different times that I loved. And that's how my body changed in that way. This, alongside with consistent exercise, not, like I said, it doesn't have to be vigorous. You don't have to go to the gym every night, lift the heaviest weights until you're absolutely dripping sweat. It's just consistency. And that word, I think, scares some people because it sounds like it's going to be a long time. But my body changed so much in 6 weeks just by eating a little bit differently and just by doing something consistently every night. Sometimes I would work out for 20 minutes. That's all I had in me that day. And that still helped me over that period of time to get to where I was. The workouts that I was doing, I'm very lucky. I'm surrounded by a lot of people who are actually really educated in health and fitness. So I have been using Keep It Cleaner, which I'm sure a lot of you know, Steph and Laura's app. I love their app. It's fantastic. Predominantly follow their workouts. I admittedly haven't actually cooked anything from their recipes. I'm not a massive cook, so that's just me, but I do love their workouts. But what I actually find that I've been using the most is just their HIIT timer. So they have a timer where you can select different intervals for HIIT sessions. So when you do a few different HIIT exercises, you kind of gather what you like and you end up making up your own. So I found that that's what I was doing the most, and I started using their run tracker as well because I was going on little jogs and little walks. So I really enjoyed seeing what I'd done at the end of my walk or at the end of my run. And the community in general is fantastic. Like, I'm on the Facebook page full of all the Kit girls, and I love it. So I was using that. I've also been using programs from Lockie's unreleased app. So he is currently working with Loop. Loop is an app that will be coming out later in the year. I don't want to say when because I'm not too sure, but he has been creating his own workouts on that app. And basically, I haven't been using the app yet. He has been giving me the workouts that are going to be on the app. So that's what I've been doing as well. And he's also been assisting me in the gym and, you know, just writing up different workouts too for me to do and supplementing certain exercises because I've got a bad lower back. So that's been amazing as well. I'm really, really excited for his app to come out too. I think it's going to be amazing. Locke has so much industry knowledge. He knows his stuff and he knows how to, you know, get to that place that you want to be. So that's going to be super exciting. My sister has been helping me out as well. She's been coming to the gym with me and we've been spending a lot of time together, and she's been helping me. So I'm really lucky in that I've had all these people and all these tools around me to help me get to where I am now. Speaking of now, here is the other part of my story. I'm in Europe right now, obviously, but everyone's kind of asking me on Instagram, like, how are you maintaining your body? Like, how are you doing this while you're overseas? Like, you're eating all these foods. How are you doing it? Like, how are you staying so fit? I haven't been working out as much as I'd like to. At the beginning of my trip, I was doing a lot more working out than I am now. But there's a lot of stairs in Positano and Preano. It's just stairs. So if you want to go to the beach, you're hiking. You are hiking the whole time. So that's been my exercise. I'm sweating all day. I'm in the sun. I'm swimming. Like, I'm walking. You're climbing hills. Like, you're doing a lot of exercise. So I haven't been too fussed about it here. And I have been eating all the foods that I want to eat. I've splurged a little bit. It's actually a lot harder to find like a nice salad here. So that's a total excuse. I've definitely wanted the pastas and pizzas over a salad anyway. So I've really been enjoying myself here. I'm not holding back. I know that I'm home in 2 days, so I'm really, really excited to go home and get back into it. But I also understand that it's okay to be on holiday and enjoy myself. Like, who cares? Whatever. Worry about it when I'm home. But I'm for the first time in my life, I'm excited to get back into it. You know, when I had worked out or eaten better in the past, I was dreading doing it again, and now I'm in a place where I love it. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy how I feel when I work out. I really enjoy how I feel when I eat better. I really enjoy how I feel when I'm not hungover on the weekend and when I'm not getting that, you know, come down in the middle of the week. So I'm excited to go back home and continue my journey, but I've also loved being here and eating all the pasta and the pizza and the tiramisu. A lot of the reason that I look the way I do is genetic. So I don't have abs, but my stomach has these lines in it that makes it look like I'm fitter than I am. They're just there. I don't know why. Don't ask me. No idea. I've just always had it. Even when I've been tubby, I've got these line things. I don't know. But my bottom and my thighs, for example, they're heavy. I've got heavy hips, I've got heavy thighs, I've got a heavy bottom. They're riddled with cellulite. Still cute, but I am not toned there. I'm not as toned as I could be at the moment, and that's fine. It's totally fine, and it's fine to be like that forever if you want to be. But for me, I've really been loving working out, so I'm going to go home and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep eating better. I love how I feel when I do it. My back hurts way less, way less. Last time I went to Europe last year, I was literally out of action for 3 days because my back came out while I was standing up. Like I was standing up and my back just went out and I couldn't move for 3 days. And that was when I was like not very fit at all, had been doing no exercise whatsoever, had been eating like total crap, and my back was really suffering. So your health does deteriorate when you don't take care of your body properly. So I think I've covered pretty much everything. Like I said, I'm sorry if this isn't what you wanted to hear. Eating healthy foods and consistent exercise is all it takes, guys. You don't have to go to the, like I said, you don't have to go to the gym and do 3 hours of workout every day. Just go for a half an hour walk, do a HIIT session for 20 minutes, do a bit of yoga, do a bit of Pilates. Like, just get your body moving and eat a little bit differently and you will see a difference. Be patient. Your body doesn't get healthy overnight, especially if you haven't been taking care of it for a while. If you need workout recommendations, Kick is fantastic. Locke's programs are coming out soon. They're going to be amazing. I'm telling you, he really knows his stuff. So I'm super excited to see it myself. I hope I answered all your questions. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm sorry if this wasn't the information that you wanted, but this is just my journey. I'm really happy with how I am at the moment in my life. I'm really happy with how I feel in my body. I will talk to you guys soon.